and welcome to Lesson 1. In the first part of this lesson, you are going to think about why you want to be a cabin crew member and what you think about particular cabin crew jobs. In the second part, we will look at some grammar regarding the pronunciation of ed at the end of a word. And lastly, we're going to look at using the correct verb. Now the first part. I would like you to write down in your notebook why you want to become a cabin crew member or why you already are one. I'll give you about 2 minutes to write down your thoughts. The best way is to write down the answers in bullet form like this. Travel around the world. Stable job. Great. There are no right or wrong answers here. These are your own personal opinions and thoughts. Now, in the next part, write a sentence about each job listed. What do you think would be the most interesting, least interesting, and the most difficult? You will have about 3 minutes to finish this task. Next, we're going to move on to some grammar, and the first part is to look at the rules for words ending in ed. The usual grammar rule is that if the word ends in the sounds of t and d, then the word ending is pronounced id. For example, start, started, want, wanted, end, ended, need, needed. If a word ends in these sounds, p, f, s, sh, ch, and k, then the word ending is pronounced t. Here are some examples. Hope, hoped, laugh, laughed, fax, faxed, wash, washed, watch, watched, like, liked. These words have a d sound. Play, played, allow, allowed, beg, begged. An important thing to remember is it is not the end letter of the word that is important, it is the end sound. For example, although the word laugh ends in gh, we pronounce it as if it ended with a f. Now for some practice. In the next part, you need to put the following words into the correct group. The first one has been done for you, and you have about 2 minutes to complete the task. Here are the answers: followed, arrived and tried, established, tasked and approached. Number 3, contacted, departed and calculated. Moving on to the next part, which is going to be filling in the blanks with the correct verb, and this time you have about 3 minutes. Use these verbs to fill in the blanks from an aviation survey. Does, have, must, do, will, did, would, and are. Here are the answers. When did you start to learn English? How long have you been studying English? How will you try to improve your English outside of class? What language training have you had already? What do you find most difficult about English? How often must you use English in your work? How much support does your employer give you? Why are you studying English? What level of English would you be happy with? And what level of English do you need for your job? Well done! That is the end of Lesson 1. I'll see you in Lesson 2.